What's the most overlooked thing when it comes to building a brand? Like when someone wants to build their brand, what's the one thing that a lot of people forget about?
I think for me, I think they forget that not only do you have to execute, and there's a lot of energy in the execution of like somebody doing it, but then there's the payment of those things, right? Like this stuff costs money. Everything costs money, right?
Don't even get me started.
And the strategy and even organizing it and putting it together, and they just don't understand that every single piece of that project is work, right? And I think that's the biggest misconception, because they're like, oh, I have sky's the limit on the money, and it's like, well, do you have money for services and execution, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not the same thing.
Hey yo, we put free money where the mic is. He got it on lock like Rikers. Green rebates get you paid, so a lot of people like us. Money Talks Podcast, watch it on all your devices. Woo!
Welcome back to the Money Talks Podcast. This is the last podcast of day one. I am here with Krysta Jones, aka the motherfucking Jones. What is
Motherfucking Jones.
Motherfucking Jones. And Sanja Ganja, a surprise guest. I didn't know we'd be joined by you.
Yes.
And you guys are representing the THC girls.
Yes.
And also the highly connected.
Yes.
And you just overall a vibe. So what, like, MJ Biz day one, what have the vibes been like? Is it everything you expected? Has it exceeded expectations? What was day one like?
Day one was just a quick whirlwind. Ever since we landed, it's just been back-to-back events. Was able to go to the golf tournament. We went to a few private parties last night. Sanja actually hosted the Pressure News launch, so that was amazing.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, we did pickleball this morning, which was epic, and then obviously coming here is great because everyone's vibrations are so high, and we're here to make deals. We're ready to make some money, work with you, but at the same time, we're rekindling past and old relationships, because my favorite thing about this, it feels like a family reunion. Yeah. I'm just seeing everyone I've known over the last 18 years in this space, so it's really beautiful to see the growth.
Totally. It's like a place where, like, because I know in this industry, you lose touch with some people. Yeah. Sometimes you only have parasocial relationships. But when you see them face to face, it's like whatever bad blood we had, let's just squash it right now and remember why we got into this industry in the first place, you know? So speaking of why we got into this industry in the first place, how did you enter cannabis?
Shoot, we both actually started in Denver, and me in the cultivation side, her in the retail, really for the most part, and really just got pulled into the space. Just people trusted me. They knew I worked hard, and I started working in basements and houses and caregivership. Wow. And just growing product. And then the legalization took place. I got my badge, and just coexisting in that situation. I was turning 21, becoming an adult, and promoting events, doing all that stuff. And that's kind of how we met, is doing nightlife stuff, but we were actually both in the space.
At the same time.
Yeah.
I stumbled upon cannabis accidentally, moving to Denver, fresh out of high school, and luckily for me, I started when I was like 18 years old in the industry, and then they changed the rules to you had to be 21. I reached that cap right before I turned 21, and unbeknownst to us, we actually worked at the same exact brand, but I was in the retail, she was in the cannabis, like in the farm. And we didn't know each other though, physically, but I was ordering her lunches for
It's no so way. Funny, man. She literally was ordering my lunches, and they would like blindfold us and take us in a van to the cultivation from a garage.
Blindfold you?
Yeah.
So no one would steal the plant.
Sit there with my scissors.
Oh man.
We're just ready to go harvest.
You couldn't know like where the oh my god.
It really was the Wild Wild West back then.
Yeah. So what was it like? How did you guys first know that you not only would become good friends, but like business partners as well? Like what was that moment like?
Man, like honestly, I was doing events and she was doing events, and honestly, organically and authentically, we're like, oh, I like what you're doing, you know, and I'll support you, you support me. Mm-hmm. And we just really pushed for that, you know, and a lot of people say they're gonna support, but they never follow through. Yep. Right? And that was the difference, I feel like, in our relationship. It was like, she's showing up and I'm showing up, and we consistently started showing up for each other. We've now moved across the United States, from Washington, Oregon to Miami, Texas. She's in New York now, and we have clients across the world, you know, so just supporting each other and seeing each other's hustle.
So where, are you still based in Colorado? Or?
Miami, actually.
Okay, so Miami and New York. So how often do you guys get to see each other now?
It's been months. It's been a few months, so it's a little celebration, you know, for BizCon for us.
That's what's up. So So THC Girls, how did that come about?
You know, I was in the grow, so I was in the cultivation side, and a lot of people would come and see what we were doing. A lot of people were scared about cannabis, and I was going out to the nightlife and doing all the things where how we connected, and just wearing the brands and smoking the product that I grew, and people were saying that they couldn't sell their product, and so I put two and two together, and just brand ambassadors, influencer type relationships in the early stages. 11 years ago, I started the THC Girls. So it's led me to really connecting with some amazing people. And Sanja was one of those people, and she's stuck by my side since pretty much the beginning, and we've just been pushing and vetting the network and the relationships. And that's what the THC Girls has really become.
And it's like a marketing agency, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So when someone comes to you and says, hey, I know I have an amazing product, but I can't sell it, what's the first thing you say to them?
What's your budget?
What's your budget? That's the first question. And then we do a full audit. We've got to do a full cultural audit of who you are. Because we do more than just products and sales. We can do absolutely anything because we have creative strategies due to the restrictions we've all always had in cannabis. And so, to be honest, my brand is actually our biggest testimony through THC Girls, through the Highly Connected app. I have literally been able to become a household name within cannabis. And so that's also why we support one another so deeply. I supported THC Girls, became the director of marketing, but that whole time she's been my biggest sponsor. My biggest sponsor, and now here I am tackling Netflix and going from being wiped off the web to now. We did that strictly through organic networks that we've built all by ourselves, and it's really truly massive, and it's epic.
You see, so say someone comes to you and they have like an unlimited budget, maybe they don't have the best ideas, like how do you rein that person in? Because there's a lot of people just in business that just want to throw money. They're like, here's a shit ton of money, make it happen for me. But it needs to be like the brand voice behind it. You can't just throw money. So like, how do you kind of handle a situation like that when someone has just deep pockets, but maybe not a good. Yeah, exactly.
That's funny. We were talking about that today, actually.
It's real tough. It's real tough. You gotta, make them understand that they have to do those things first, right? You have to be that person that could be highlighted or positioned with credibility and authority, because people could tell, right? And people aren't going to follow through if you don't have good quality product or you're not a quality person. It makes our job really hard. It doesn't matter the amount of money you have, right? Like it really does, right? You have to have that quality in those traits, or it's not going to work, and it wastes our time, and it ends up where we have to maneuver and find another relationship to build with.
Exactly why we audit. Mm-hmm. Is this a good match for even us at this point? Because the first thing we're going to do is give you a brand makeover if we need, and that may not mean anything physical or tangible or design-wise. That just means maybe your back-end structure, maybe your sales process, maybe your overall organization, but we optimize no matter what. So that's exactly why we ask you all the questions we need to make sure, is this even a right fit, and are you ready to actually make some moves?
What's the most overlooked thing when it comes to building a brand? Like when someone wants to build their brand, what's the one thing that a lot of people forget about?
I think for me, I think they forget that not only do you have to execute, and there's a lot of energy in the execution of like somebody doing it, but then there's the payment of those things, right? Like this stuff costs money. Everything costs money, right?
Don't even get me started.
And the strategy and even organizing it and putting it together, and they just don't understand that every single piece of that project is work. Right, and I think that's the biggest misconception, because they're like, oh, I have sky's the limit on the money, and it's like, well, do you have money for services and execution, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not the same thing,
Dude,
right?
That's so real, and it's really tough for people to understand. Like this booth was just, we lost sleep over like getting this golf, the hat activation. It was just like 1 a.m. emails, waking up with anxiety at 7 a.m. It's all worth it in the end when you see it come to fruition, but like a lot of people forget that there's just those micro decisions that lead to the macro
the whole
event.
thing, yeah.
So, okay, on the flip side, what if have you ever had someone come to you with a very small budget but amazing ideas, good vibes, and how do you approach that?
That is every day, all day.
Every single minute of every day.
Luckily for us, we are so flexible. So this is why THC Girls is your marketing agency. But for those that don't have a baller budget, you can go directly to our app. where actually we're running an epic sale this entire MJ Biz Week. Become a big business member and we'll still give you that exposure, that distribution, and you get one-on-one calls with us where we can actually help guide you. It's not going to be as in-depth and as intense if you had us at a part of your marketing team, but you can still get a slither and a piece of us, because no, we don't have time to take free phone calls and give you, hear about all your ideas all day. I love you so much, but everyone wants to pick our brain, and that's why it costs a few dollars an hour to do so.
And we've come up with the creative way to make it make sense. We've worked with a lot of corporate companies. We've advised, we consult public companies, private companies, investors, things like that. We've worked with family offices. We've also worked with and have a place in our heart for like the culture, the community, and like the entrepreneurs in the space. So we have the highly connected, which is our community. And there's different ways you could plug in with us, whether it's a group scenario, periodically one-on-one, and that has been built for that person. It's like, look, this is the best stepping stone, and if you put your energy into it, we'll put our energy into you. And again, it's the effort that makes those results happen, right? She was putting her energy, I was putting my energy, and we've moved across the country. Adrian, he's moved across the country now too, because he puts in that energy, and those results are happening if you put in your energy. Yeah. So that's the easiest way for us.
Totally. If it's something you think about when you're not working, and like when you're just on a walk and an idea comes to you, and that's what,
Well, you know what? We actually do monthly calls each and every month where you have the opportunity to join in for free and get a taste of our community, meet everyone, people like you, people like Adrian, clients we've had in the past, clients we still have, people that love us in this industry and worked with us, but then you can ask us those questions and we can give you a little insight for free. So we do give you those options because we do want to work with everyone. We want to see everyone eat, and we say that a lot. Let's eat together. Let's grow together.
Someone just threw a tea at
Teed off.
Yeah, you got teed off.
That was my boss. He's the only guy who's allowed to do that.
She's ducking. That's funny.
No more open bar. Yeah. So when you, so when someone approaches you, like what's like the first telltale sign that someone's going to be successful? Like when do you know, and how early on, like within talking to someone, do you know like, okay, this person will have longevity in cannabis?
I think that for me, I feel like they're not gonna give up on shit so easy, and they're gonna be, for us, it's like we're problem solvers and solutionists. If they're creative and they're willing, like they're not gonna take no for an answer, right? Because everything is gonna hit you here, whether it's removing laws or restricting any kind of whatever. And as that comes your way, you just have to be ready to move. And if they are over concerned of any of those scenarios, you're not ready.
Yeah.
The most successful businesses are the ones that get consultants. Because you can't do it all and you don't know it all. Right. So you really should get people like us. We've been doing this for our entire adult lives.
Pretty much.
We are the experts. We've watched it come and go. We've watched people fail. We've been there with people. We've done everything grassroots. And so we do know how to do exactly what you're looking for, and we can mold it to your budget. So if you get a consultant, that's the first telltale that I think you're going to be successful, because you're willing to share your space, you're willing to learn. And truly, let's all talk about the elephant in the room. Ego is like our number one enemy in this industry for sure. So, like instead of the you can't sit with us attitude, how about you can eat and grow with us attitude?
Right. Yeah, that's like a common theme as like I've had discussions today. It's like, be humble enough to know that maybe sometimes you're the dumbest person in the room, but it's good to be the dumbest person in the room. That's
I want to be, I want my team to do their work, right?
Yeah.
Like, shit.
Totally.
I agree.
Who's your, is there a certain brand that you've worked with that you're like most proud of, right? You're the most proud of right now?
There's so many. Okay, I'll say one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Definitely, we have a really cool brand that we created from scratch years ago, and it's expanded so much that the business owner has now decided to move to Miami. Oh my God. But Shisha Lifa. So this is really cool because it's shisha that you put in a hookah to smoke. And what we've been able to do is not only create the brand, but then we did partnerships with dispensaries to add natural terpenes to it. And this was really successful in Denver. So successful that then the Shisha Lifa brand expanded into a lounge. So it was more of a lounge, so successful, they wanted to expand and got a bigger warehouse, and now he's expanding throughout the entire US. We designed the packaging. We came up with the name, the slogan, the marketing, the branding, the social media, everything.
Dude, there's so much that goes into marketing. There's so many different. Like, what even? Marketing is the most broad term ever because there's like 20 different like aspects of marketing. Like social media is its own beast. But then like the print marketing, the
digital marketing,
this type of shit, going to trade shows and getting your booths, like it's, especially in cannabis, do you guys what do you guys ever have pitfalls with like getting banned on social media or getting shadow banned? And that's what makes, it makes our job so much harder.
We're very strategic with that. Just like, okay, the THC Girls is abbreviated. It means the High Country Girls. Sanja Ganja, my name's Hi, I'm Sanja online, because if I put Ganja, they're going to ban me. So we've been dealing with this for so long, but we are grateful because we do get over 5 million views altogether with all of our pages every month. And I'm very grateful for that. I mean, hell, I was wiped off the web completely in 2014, and you can only find my original show on the dark web. So, which is kind of cool when I get those screenshots. But, you know, it's just what happens. So you just have to be creative, and working together is the way to do that. We always share one another's stuff. We do it with our clients, with our app members, and that's the way that we're able to keep the pool going.
It breaks the algorithm. It helps us all, you know, stay relevant. The bad thing is before they got caught on social media to all the cannabis stuff, you know, I'm holding pounds like, I got this. So they go back and they're like, oh, this shit needs to go. I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean? That's education.
Right. It's just so wild. Yeah. So as like you guys help a bunch of businesses with their marketing, but you still have to focus on THC Girls marketing. Yes. So is that challenging to like do your own marketing while helping other people with marketing, or?
You know, shit, we got our systems down. Our systems are sharp. Our team moves very quick. If you look on all of our social medias, we already got massive amount of content up. We've already done blogs, interviews, everything's already in rotation for getting scheduled, edited. Like, the team moves fast. So we're definitely blessed.
Nice.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And as like, how important is it to keep your team happy? You know, because like I've seen a lot of businesses lose because they lost their team, and then vice versa. So I guess what are some effective strategies you use to keep the team motivated? You know what I'm saying?
I think the biggest thing is supporting their endeavors and their ventures and their brands.
Wait, everyone's got a jacket?
Oh yeah,
Are you
decking
serious?
us out, decking us out
You
with
gave
our
every
names.
employee one of those jackets?
Well, I got my small handful of executives, and then we have about 100 brand ambassadors. And when people do things that are, you know, as a reward, that's how I look out for the team. I'll throw them, you know, comp stuff, a lot of events and a lot of access. You know, I put together this entire series of events that we're all attending, everything, you know, we did for the team as a brand. So we try to really look out, and as you can see, like her brand and her name is on the jacket as well. You know what I'm saying? So I got my brand for sure, but I always am looking out for the team. So that's one of the things that I feel like is successful for us as a network, is that it's not just about any one individual. It's about the team coming together, you know, and everybody getting pushed, because when she is growing, we're growing, and when he grows, you know, we all grow together. So it really, it makes us move in a different way, where a lot of people are competing and think that actually helps them excel. I think it's exact opposite. I think I could put more energy into them instead of myself, and I'll grow more.
Hell
right?
yeah.
So
that's super lit.
Oh, yeah.
So what does like a day in the life look like in 2025?
Whew.
Like what's Monday after MJ Biz gonna look like for y'all? Or maybe that's just like the come down day. Maybe Wednesday.
Yeah.
Next week.
Wednesday is gonna look like a boat ride for us over there. It's gonna look like a snow day for her, unfortunately. We'll be in Miami on the boat catching up with calls. Every day we're waking up, we're working out as a team. If she was there, you know, same thing. We're working out, we're motivating each other, we're keeping each other accountable, we're making sure each other is good. Yo, did you eat? Let's go. You know, let's do all these things that keep us aligned to perform at a higher level. So that way we're just pumping, you know, and keeping us all accountable and checking on each other. So that's what it looks like. A lot of follow-ups, a lot of execution, you know.
And how do you approach having like a difficult conversation with someone from your team?
Just being honest, you know, just being clear. being honest. Not everything's easy, and sometimes it might seem like I'm, not the funnest person or real strict or,
We really don't have those issues though. It's
But-
so easy. Like at first it was just Krysta and I for a while, and then obviously with all of the success, we've been able to expand, and now we do have an entire team. But I will say, like, we're like sisters. So like her and I, we just box and go play basketball, or like joke around when I did live in Miami. And now we just get on a phone call, we pass each other a virtual blunt, we laugh it off. I tickle her from the phone, and we're good.
Yeah, I want a friendship. I don't think I have a single person in my life like as close.
No,
Yeah.
we're blessed.
So
man.
important.
Blessed.
Because you do business together, but you're also best friends. How do you make that work? Because they say don't miss business with friendships or whatever.
I think we have telepathic, superpowers.
Eyeballs. No, speak with the eyeballs. No,
I do speak with that.
no, but we again, it's just being clear and just being honest. I think if something isn't a good fit, and just respecting each other's goals and ambition. You know what I mean? So, and also just supporting each other. If we're gonna put our energy into each other and we expect that from each other, and just continuously having that accountability, because it really is hard. And we've gone through a lot of team members and a lot of ambassadors and a lot of growth. Not all of them understand that.
Yeah.
They think, oh, I signed up and it's a small membership payment, and why am I not doing what Sanja's doing?
Yeah.
Sanja's been out here for almost 10 years and putting in work. So her face is everywhere, of course, and it's a little different than your little bit, we got to get there together, right? And not just like Adrian, we met about a handful of years ago, and he's done the exact same. Every time there's an opportunity, every time, I couldn't tell you how many tags he puts us in, just constantly. You'd be amazed at how easy it is to support your friend. Yeah, tags online.
Oh, wow.
We're in different
boost everything.
states.
Oh, yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, just tagging opportunities each other's way. Like it's so simple, but it's not the common thing for everybody to do. So when you see that happen, I think the little things that might not be aligned, it's okay, right? So it's good.
Accountability, I think, is the key. We've always had the same goals of everything, but like I'm the wild one, she's like the disciplined one. So I think we are also like the perfect balance for one another too, because we've learned so many things along the way, and there's certain things that I'm like super intense about, like social media and marketing, which is why she named me marketing. But for her, it's all about I don't care about the business and the numbers, and she can handle all of that. I don't have time for that, because I got to be creative and I got to do other cool things for us. So we have that understanding. And then when we don't agree on something, I'm like, look, I don't like that logo, and she's like, well, look, dog, whatever you want, fine, but show me a better one. And I'm like, I will show you a better
love
one.
that.
Watch. Watch.
That's a good philosophy. Like, don't shit on my idea unless you have a better one, or just something to show me. Don't just say I hate this and not present anything.
Right, exactly.
Present an alternative. Yeah.
100%.
Cannabis as a whole in 2025, like the theme that I want to go with this podcast and with MJ Biz is like, I know the industry is kind of a shit show, but like being positive is very important, being optimistic. So what makes you guys optimistic about like the future of cannabis?
For me personally, I feel that we've been positioned that you cannot go back in time and do the things that we've done. And so that's what keeps me here and feeling obligated to be here, and keeping our voices heard.
Yeah, I think I have to agree with you there. We are anomalies. Of course, there's amazing people in this space, amazing content creators, but we're none of that. We were pioneers. We started in the old days, and we helped and watched everything along the way. And now that we've gotten to this space, I couldn't be more proud of the people, but there's a lot of work to do. With a lot of success comes, like we said, the egos, the miseducation on terps, the miseducation on brands in general, and then the business side of it. We're still not federally legal, so we have the banks to deal with. That's up next. We've got a lot to target. We're still helping freedom grow so that we can get people incarcerated out of prison. There are still a lot of problems that are unresolved, and this was obviously God's plan, because we've been doing this. What are we doing? So we are just hoping that our expertise and our dedication will keep continuing to grow our legacy in this space, because I will die doing cannabis. My name's Sanja Ganja. I'm not going anywhere. So This is what it is.
That's epic. I can't imagine either of y'all in a different industry. Like, no matter what happens, y'all will have. And then I'd love to bring Adrian on camera because we got to show Adrian some love.
From
You want to just come say hi
Yeah.
and just shout out? I don't think you have a mic, but you could.
Come.
I'll give him a mic.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
you got a mic? Okay, cool.
Yeah, you could.
My butt's not
We
that
could
big.
fit
Come on,
you in.
come on.
It's like a.
I think we can fit.
It's all good. We were just gonna ask. Yeah, let's keep it.
So he actually
Cool,
is the
The owner of
in-
Shisha Lifa.
Yeah, Shisha Lifa.
Oh, that's awesome,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
So, Adrian, man,
Yes.
how are you?
Honestly, I can't complain, man. Never been better. I just moved out to Miami about 3 weeks ago from Denver. And, you know, kicking it with the fam and here for MJ BizCon for, I don't know, this is like the 4th year consecutive I think I've been with y'all. And so, like, just doing the damn thing.
That's what's up, man. And what do you love about working with THC girls? What keeps
Honestly,
you
man,
motivated
like-
every day, I guess?
So, like, from a background of community building and really, like, building something from the ground up, I found it very, like, inviting. Very, very inviting and very... it's given me the ability to move my brand forward. It's given me the ability to be noticed in other areas where I wasn't, you know. And so, like, the entire, like, highly connected network is really something that, you know, if people tap into, that there's something that they can benefit from.
Right. There's something
know,
for everyone.
exactly.
Even if I just hit y'all up, like, there's opportunity.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
Like with the growing the podcast or whatever, we could do something. We could, yeah.
Almost.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Because even though, like, so between us, I think we have 50 plus years of experience within the cannabis industry.
Hands-on, plant
Hands-on
Yeah.
experience between the three of us, right? And so we've each touched every single different aspect of cannabis. And then we all have our outside things that we do, whether it's insurance, whether it's entertainment, whether it's acting, modeling, but it's all centered and based around community building, right? And so, like, when our communities overlap, that's when we can really be a force within any industry, right? It's plug and play. Oh, what do you need? Do you need production? Cool, I got you here. Let me get on the phone. Oh, you need brand ambassadors for an event? Okay, boom. Here, I got you on the phone. Oh, you need a host? Okay, cool. Look, Sanja, what's up? Look, I got you on the phone. Oh, you're in New York. You're in LA. You're in Houston. You're in Miami. Where you at? Like, okay, I got you dialed in. And so that's something that we've, you know, in our own right individually have been able to bring to the table. But then, like, you know, you form like Voltron. When you put the powers together and really the networks together, it's like it becomes just that much bigger. And all of these people are vetted, right? I'm not going to bring somebody to the table that I haven't either done business with or vetted properly within my own personal, you know, social space, and then bring to the community, right? We, you know, everybody at the end of the day, they do their own thing, you know, after the connection, but when we deal with and work with people, as many people as we do, like, especially within the network, they're vetted. So you know that they're bringing either something of value to the table or some community building aspect, and so it's dope. It's just being involved.
You do the audit. You know that you got to make sure that they're not just all talk and just bullshit. So you guys have an insanely large network. What's the last question I have? I wish we could chat all day, but we got after parties and shit to
We
go
have
to.
to catch up some other Yeah.
But growing your network as large, like, what was the secret sauce? Like, how did you grow a network so large authentically?
Shoot, traveling and just connecting with people and finding people like us that have similar framework, and tapping in and following up with their relationships and connections that they put into us. And sometimes they don't even talk anymore. And, you know, that person, we clicked and some things facilitated, and whoever, you know, I feel like people get attracted to certain people. So that's how it has organically grown. And that's why Adrian's with us now, and a lot of different people that we work with, is because they really attract to our network. And so when we, you know, really follow up with them and support what they're doing, it just snowballs effect. consistently.
Totally.
Yep.
That's awesome. Well, where can everyone find you? I feel like a lot of people are going to want to reach out after watching this. So what's the easiest way to reach out?
Definitely at the Highly Connected app. You can
Download
find
it.
all of us.
Yep.
You can find all of
Motherfucking
it.
Jones.
Sanja Ganja.
AG from the 303.
And the first question they're going to ask is, what's your motherfucking budget?
Let's go.
But seriously, thank you guys so much. This has really been a pleasure.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you.
Kick your
Thank you.
brains.
for having us.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, I just wrote a rebate check, 500K, call free money. You can change your life in a day, all good. You ain't gotta find me to thank. When the check come, I'll give you a ride to the bank. We turn.